state Supreme Court has ruled that the state's legislative maps are unconstitutional. Now, there's no real surprise here on this decision, given we even heard from Republicans, Robin Vos saying, we're getting new maps, we're ready for this. The question ahead is, what are new maps going to look like? And where this challenge could possibly not be the end of the road by any means.
So don't forget, this entire process, Republicans said that Janet Proce should not have heard this case, that she was biased. She called the maps rigged during the spring election. Also, the state Democratic Party basically gave her $10 million to help with her campaign. They have argued, therefore, there is a due process problem here. Now, what I'm watching is, can Republicans get the U.S. Supreme Court to intervene and take the case and find a way to put this beyond 2024? The key there is, back some years ago, there's a Caperton decision, we call it. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled that a West Virginia justice of that Supreme Court should not have heard a case because a donor had put like $3 million into helping him get elected. Now, that amount of money was the bulk of what was spent in that race. $10 million is a lot of money, but $56 million was spent at least in Wisconsin, if not more. So there's one difference. And two, the justices left in the U.S. Supreme Court who heard that case back in early 2000s were all in the minority, all conservatives, all now in the majority. Will they still stay with that statement they had back in that decision, saying they didn't want to set a statement, they didn't want to force this person off that case? Huge question. For Republicans, though, this entire thing is, can they push it beyond 2024? Their idea is, can we live through this election cycle with the maps we have right now, which are great for them, by the way, get to 25, another Supreme Court election, by the way, that spring, that could change things, and then fight the fight then of the 2026 cycle. For Democrats, this is huge, to have this map, what's this going to look like, obviously a huge question, but anything is better than they have right now.
Right. Yeah.
The map, we have a supermajority in the state Senate, we have a near supermajority in the state Assembly. There is a buzz I've heard from Democrats in recruiting candidates because they could not just be saying, okay, we want you to come to the Assembly and the Senate to hold back against a supermajority, but to actually have decent numbers. Now, I'm not saying Democrats are going to win.
And a better chance, right, at picking some of these legislative seats.
I'm not saying Democrats are going to win majorities in either house, but it's a lot different story than being, okay, we're 11 Democrats in the state Senate. Can we get to 15, 16, maybe someday 17? That's a huge opportunity for them.
Right, possibly have a little bit more say in some of the big issues.